Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so today I'm feeling to pull a card on where are the divine masculines at? What is on their mind regarding their cutting edge awareness right now? What can we see? Thank you, Divine Creator. What are the divine masculines dealing with? This is next level stuff. Okay. This is an interesting message because they are seeing that they are between worlds. What I'm getting from this is they have tried to find the path, life, in certain directions. They're touching on it by being able to glimpse it in new ways, but they aren't comfortable with it and they're not entirely sure of it. They feel it coming, but this is a recognition that some of the things that they have been experiencing are not the be-all end-all or where it's at. I'm getting they're about to set some new targets. But what can we see emotionally here? We're getting High Priestess, Divine Feminine, neutrality. So Divine Masculines are coming into neutrality about you, Divine Feminine, about what you've shown them, about what this journey has allowed for. Ooh, they're not wanting to manifest codependency anymore. So they are seeing that your non-action, your holding space, your wisdom, your balance, your consistency offers a vastly unfamiliar and different approach to connection than what they have had that has been codependent in the past. Manipulation, agendas, trying to create something because of an image. That doesn't mean that they have intentionally tried to do that. It's just that they have wanted to emulate. Monkey see, monkey do. Masculines have been going for the 3D gold, the typical view of success, and this is next level stuff. You offer something much more consistent, like the universal Om. So they're still getting used to this and seeing the contrast. Emotionally, they're giving themselves a reality check, a pep talk, that this stuff that they've been trying to force, manipulate into existence is not forthcoming because it's not meant for them anymore. They are being pulled towards mercy, humility, compassion, authenticity, not forcing, allowing. But they are emotionally processing a lot right now. Let's see on the conscious mind what this is next level stuff has to say for the masculines, divine masculines. Okay, we got the Sun and the Tower. So yeah, this is revolutionizing the way they look at connection. So it's like it's hitting them with the Tower. Something has happened that has shown the difference, the stark contrast. Immediately, it's like 0 to 60 with these connections. In a way, it's like all of a sudden the wisdom in these connections is being seen on a whole new level as a contrast. On the conscious mind, it's like game changer. We saw that in yesterday's reading, that terminology, game changer. So yeah, today it's kind of sinking in that this connection is actually a little bit more enlightened than they thought. It's elusive though. It's like next level. It's like, what even is it? Kind of energy. In the physical realm, we get reconsidering this separation energy, this at distance, and Wheel of Fortune. So they're starting to see that things are divinely guided in a different way, that what goes around comes around, but also that when a connection is there, it's not ever lost. They are looking at the consistency in this connection and how it just doesn't go away. It is always kind of there lurking, I heard. But that's not the right energy to connect with it in, the lurking energy by any means. But it is kind of waiting there in escrow for when the masculines have the proper attitude about it. We can't have the proper attitude about this next level stuff, divine masculines, until we appreciate it for what it is. And we can only appreciate it for what it is if we have the experience to do so. If we are naive, if it's outside of our realm of the ability for us to actually see it or appreciate it, then we can't. So it's a work in progress. What can we see for how the feminines are processing? What is the cutting edge energy for the feminines at this time? Letting go. Hold on tight in the reverse. So divine feminines are still releasing. Masculines are proceeding. So it's nice. It's kind of mirrored, but divine feminines hold on tight in the reverse. So letting go, opening up the heart, trusting the divine plan. What will be, getting out of our own way, allowing for things to be seen and purged and processed and to move. Anything we can witness on this journey that brings up tenderness or lack of control or helplessness, hopelessness, all of that, allow yourselves to process that so that it can be released, because that's what we're actually releasing. That when we're tempering, we're actually getting rid of all of those things, the hardship energies. As time passes, it heals everything because we face those emotionalities and we overcome them in order to keep balancing out. Oh, Empress, abundance. When we can get beyond those suffering energies, one by one, we do step into our abundance and we become of earthly good. What can we see on the emotional level for the feminines? Letting go of the grip. Letting go of forcing it as well. We just got this for the masculine. So emotionally, you're just done. Feminines, this is a release. It's a surrender. What will be. Que sera, sera. Divine feminines. Okay, conscious mind for divine feminines. Putting down the struggle, putting down this perseverance, not being guarded. It kind of came out in the reverse. So not being defensive, defending the connection on one side of the energy. You know, your counterpart is defending it because they are still working the problem of this brand new way of looking at reality and connection. So it's not just you. Energetically, your divine counterpart is coming through the lessons and making strides. But this is about needing to force it or think that you can affect it or not. Let the divine, let the universe play it out. Energy wants to balance. You don't have to do anything other than observe your authentic state of being. And if you are authentically feeling to let go, don't tell yourself any kind of ego-based, control-based assessments that make it that you aren't worthy, that you have to work hard. Observe. Just observe it. Be neutral about it. Let it go. Be grateful for all of the things that have happened. Okay, and the love is here. It's just not front row and center. So hold on to the love, the lessons that this love has taught you. That's why we say it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved before. But we have to understand that we are love. We can't lose that. So it is coming to grips with, and then we see divine masculine on the bottom of the deck. Divine masculines are just coming into this empowerment. So as you're feeling to let go, divine feminines, it actually is an indicator that the masculines are getting there. Love is on the table. We don't have the answers. We don't know the finale, but just by default, the things we're processing, the struggles we are facing in order to let go, indicate we are letting go of the resistance to exactly what we are wishing for. That is a monumental statement. That is the energy of the day. Everything that we are processing that feels like we're letting go, that we are no longer hanging on against the odds, we're no longer willing it into being naive, wishful thinking, hopeful thinking. We're becoming very grounded, practical, and real. And as we let go, what is allowed to be there. The timing, the person, a different person, yourself. Life is going to be what life is going to be, whether you worry about it or not. And so embracing the moment is letting go of anything that's not there right now and managing your energy in this present moment. What is happening in the physical realm for the feminines at this time? Oh, wow, we got the same codependency and separation cards. I swear I shuffled these. And the 3D. So there is a real and present awareness that the divine counterpart isn't fully there right now. There is a deep need to let go, but letting go of the codependency. So the biggest message is it's not letting go of the person, it's letting go of those false, non-viable energies from the past. Every one of you that's watching this has had an experience that has caused you to want to know how it will go in the future. You have to let go of all of that in order to make room for what will be. This is saying that up until now it has been codependent. Up until now it has been sad. That's not the kind of energy we want to drag forward into unions, into the future. We want to let all of that go so that it can be a brand new thing. With this person showing up new, or with someone that can match in more love, more presence. Okay, let's get a card for each of the counterparts, each of the polarities. For the masculines, what can we see at this time? We are getting freedom. 21 card. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. So no holds barred, I just heard. Next level stuff. Divine masculines are really ready not to throw caution to the wind, but to overcome the obstacles that have, the conditions that have told them that they can't, that they can only find truth in certain ways. This is a mind expansion. This is emotional balance. Divine masculines are ready to continue chucking themselves into situations that expand their consciousness, that don't have to have a long-term expected outcome. They're learning to trust the process, trust their heart without making it an all or nothing. You know, feminines, we've always said we don't need them to do this all or nothing thing. Life is passing us all by while the masculines go into this all or nothing. So I think we're seeing that they are ready to explore what is for them more bravely without the all or nothing criteria. What can we see for the feminines? And in the masculine's defense, that is why they haven't come forward to these relationships as well, because they do know that everything they experience is just a bold exploration, and they do give themselves the liberty to do that. Okay, we're getting belief for the feminines. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. So this is a time to withdraw the focus from the masculine and bring it back to the gifts and talents and connection to source. That is the primary relationship, and there is more expression for you from your own core, from your own center, for your own fulfillment, divine feminine. So there is more foundation this way, this autonomous way, to be accessed by divine feminines. If you're still clinging and wishing for that masculine, you have not come into your own yet. Okay, let's get into a quantum reading. I want to see what the energetic entanglements, the energetic parallels. This is going to be very 5D in the reading. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the energetics? The mechanics of emotion I was hearing when shuffling the pre-shuffle. So let's get into the mechanics of emotion, the way the emotion helps us navigate, helps us understand. This dynamic is the most precise exploration in the nature of reality that we can get, or sorry, the most precise exploration of duality that we can get. And our emotions are the instrumentation of duality: love versus fear, suffering versus freedom. So that axis, that spectrum, is what we specialize in this journey as it relates to a counterpart, intimacy, sacred sexuality. But this is duality. So let's look at how this axis, this spectrum, is playing out right now, cutting edge on the planet. What can we see energetically for the dynamic here? What can we see for the conscious mind, the heart space, the manifestation area, the actionables, the challenge, the solution, and the direction? So we're getting Starseed Oracle for the energetic field. We're getting the, whatever this deck is, for the physical realm expression of that energy. And I'm going to pull this other card for a advice for each of those things. Okay, so energetically on the conscious mind, we've got the journey, exchange, transference, chamber of teleportation. So there is kind of an invitation to really look at how the journey has caused the evolution, has been an expression of the evolution, the soul path, the development. We've got this next level stuff and being able to let go. There is such a leaving the 3D in both of these cards. We're letting go of our known reality. We're letting go of the things that we think we need to be sure of. And we're going into uncharted territory. These are action and surrender. These are transition cards. And so the journey teaches us to flow with that. It teaches us to consciously recognize when we are not growing, when we are forgetting, when we're stagnating, when we're settling. Those of us on this journey, we are lifelong learners. We are incredibly essential in our inexhaustible experience of life. We are eternal, and so we don't take each level as our truth. We don't ego align with those levels. We keep moving through them. That is a commonality with those on this journey, and we do it regarding refining and purifying and desiring true connection. That is the Holy Grail on this journey. So looking at the energetic refining that happens for those who are drawn to this journey, this is a conscious exploration of growth as it pertains to how we feel the purity of connection on our hearts and what our consciousness observes as a response of that. Those who are on the journey have often been in karmic situations that are very, very disintegrated, very narcissist empath, or take us off track, detours. We are so sensitive to whether those connections have a perfected equality that we can't settle. We are searching for that real thing. And we don't settle. And the divine is saying, don't persevere until the end, the journey. But this is the revelation. When we go on this journey, we see so much about the nature of reality, and it does keep taking us into the Holy of Holies, that sacred space. We are so blessed to have the level of consciousness that this journey resonates on. It is really not a mundane thing. It is a spiritual path because it does illuminate this stuff. And so we are meant to be reminded of that right now. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. So yes, on the conscious mind, we are meant to see this. Did come out in the inverse, and I'm hearing, because it's a joint effort, it's conscious co-creation. When something of this magnitude catches our attention earnestly, we are brought into a dance with all of creation itself, with the divine, with the universe, with the nature of love unfolding. And so it is a hand in hand. We are expanding as individuals on this journey, but we are not alone. There is a benevolent support. As we go through this, it becomes more and more ecstatic, more and more grounded. That duality continues in this dimension, that we bring more of the energetic awareness into the present moment. It is the ultimate truth that sets us free from any illusion in this dimension. And so we open that portal on this journey. We open that within relationships. We are the ones, the specialists that bring that kind of tantra, that kind of presence, that kind of otherworldly focus into the now in a way that's accessible, that creates abundantly, that innovates, that designs, that channels high frequency into art and teaching, into joy and fully living. And that is what we are meant to be doing on this journey. So clean up your act, everyone. Grieve the stuff that hasn't worked out. Grieve the lives of misconception and mourning and loss. I haven't read the Bible in years, but every once in a while I get these quotes, and I'm hearing Jesus's words, "Let the dead bury their dead." Leave that grieving in the past. Come into the aliveness. This life is meant to be lived in the now. Let go of everything that has come before. This too shall pass. Enjoy the moment. Feel things. Process them. Keep growing. Change begets change. It's the only constant in the universe. Learn to go with the flow by letting go, by forgiving, by allowing, by receiving. This is that timelessness as well, because time is really in releases and acceptances. If we are not letting go, our burden becomes heavy. If we are letting go, we make room for the new. If we hang on to the peaks and the lows too heavily, we don't have room for balance. And this journey is a journey of mastery, which does equate to balance. And so right now we're being asked to let go. The masculine polarity is eager to receive this next level stuff. The feminine is eager to release anything that's been hung on to. And in physical form, this is what the feminine and masculine persons are doing in these connections. It's a fractal. We do it within us. We do it in collaboration with a counterpart. We do this on a more cosmic level. The cosmic big picture keeps getting bigger, but it is this fractal reality. And so what you do with your thoughts, to temper your thoughts, is reflected in your physical world. So this is the consciousness of the journey. Isn't it beautiful? It doesn't matter if it is a karmic partner, a soulmate, a twin flame. If your focus and consciousness is expanding, you don't have to label it anything. It supports you further. You are the conscious observer in this journey, and you are the one that is only accountable with your higher connection to the benevolence of existence. And it is up to you, only you, know how you get into certain alignments and how you can get out of them. And so this is the conscious, we're being asked to be conscious of the journey, of that dance, of that invitation to consistently flow, to change, to assess our reality in ever-changing ways that bring more and more balance to the new experiences, to the levels of awareness, to the expansion. We are constantly expanding. Just as the universe is expanding, we are each a universe in expansion. So we are meant to be more conscious of that aspect of the journey and not as hung up on the details of the 3D. All of those things are there to inform the intimate cutting edge within each of our perceptions. What can we see on the heart space? Chakra Kabbalah, Knight of Cups. This is the Knights Templar kind of noble energy. This says life lessons, spiritual path, and karma. So I'm just hearing we are all being knighted as valiant in the name of love. Tally ho! We are the hopeless romantics. We are the purists. We're the idealists, twins. The world needs us. Don't let anybody say you're too extra. They just don't have what it takes, or they're not cut out for it yet. You are. You're on this. Stay on that horse and ride. Oh, the moon. This is the secret. Not everybody has, I heard, an iron heart forged in fire. This is the secret of this journey. This is noble. It is really noble. We are that aspect of the human collective that does this function. We are this part, like an organ in the body of the human collective. We are the lovers. We are this function. We were made for this function. This is part of the collective expression. Befriend that about yourself. Drop into the heart and love the heck out of yourself for it. Not everybody will resonate or, have this purpose in their life, this function. Let it instruct you. Embrace it to the degree that you befriend it and fall in love with the fact that you are somebody whose life path, spiritual lessons, and karma have to do with this particular alignment, this interest, this developmental template for mastery. Love yourself fully for that. Who cares so much about whether your twin sees that in you or not? I'm getting the sneaky suspicion that when you see that in you, your twin will also admire that about you. What is the manifestation we're meant to be looking at right now? Emotional equilibrium, temperance, compassionate non-attachment, and 9 of Swords. This is the anxiety. Anytime you're in suffering, anytime something doesn't feel good, bring it back to your own balance. What would it take? You're meant to manifest your own equilibrium and compassionate non-attachment. The divine keeps saying, keep going. You haven't gotten to the point of the grand finale or the level that brings in all the blessing you've been investing in. All of us on this journey have been banking karmic escrow, banking love. It's going to be coming back so profoundly, and it does in many ways. A lot of us are seeing abundance and growth and changes, even if they're hard, even if you're in a bottleneck. That's still making way for what you are asking for. The balances within you are causing these disruptions and changes in your material realm, your perceptions. Keep with it. Keep eliminating this anxiety by asking the anxiety to show you what the solutions are for balance in your life, and keep going. Keep going with it. And the star, you are on your destined path. You are right where you're meant to be. But right now, there's this balancing act. That is all part of it. This is the star path of destiny, and I'm seeing this as a cosmic card as well. The evolution of the earth right now, the ascension of the earth. This is what the micro to that macro looks like. We are calibrating love on an intimate relationship scale. It's mind-boggling. When I channel these things, me aside here, it's stunning to see that's what channels through. Allowing for this, we are just balancing out. We are balancing this. We are the instrumentation. We are the nano calibrators. In the name of love, we adjust each thought. We adjust each action. In the name of love, we balance out as individuals, and we contribute to the ascension of the planet just by balancing ourselves and understanding it's only up to each one of us to do that. Compassionate non-attachment. We're all in this together. What can we see for the actions that we are best to take? Timing, rhythm, synchronization, and frequency. Harmonic oscillator. This is the interference patterns or the harmonics that happens when each person balances out this way. These love relationships that hit the fan when the shift started, pre-COVID, just pre-COVID, that incubated through COVID, that we got to specialize. We all went into a hermitage over COVID. Let's face it. To come into this new frequency, we all reorganized. We let go of generational karma and anything in our physical worlds that did not uphold. For those who have eyes to see, we made changes. We felt it coming. We acted accordingly. We did our due diligence. We're coming out the other side in the new norm now, in this new harmonic order. Seven of Swords. Secretly, we all know this. Tune in. You know this. You know that you have been doing some great energetic work. Everything in your life has changed recently. That is not in your head. This is really happening. And in time, we will look back at this time on the planet and see how greatly we jumped in our evolution, in our ascension as people, as a planet. But we are creating more harmonic resonances. As we balance out, we're no longer discombobulated and warring. We're coming in, we're streamlining, we're balancing out, we're harmonizing. It hasn't been seen fully. The Six of Wands is this victory card, but as an actionable, don't delude yourself. There is something big going on and we're all contributing it together. It hasn't been seen yet. Keep looking for it. Keep looking for those unusual things that are not quite where we used to be, not in Kansas anymore, kind of energy. Look for those signs, synchronicities, miracles. Look for the changes. Look for the mundane changes. Look at how your personality has changed. Your emotions have changed. Your priorities have changed. In time, we are going to see a brand new reality. It's happening already, though. Right now, we're still all in the release and the healing and the rest. In so many ways, we are ramping everything up. Things are speeding up, but in the midst of it, we are withdrawing from the things that are no longer a fit, and that's the rest that we're talking about here. In time, we will see the results. We will see the big picture. We will see it more clearly. We will see it in hindsight. But right now, we're just starting to come out of the delusion, the numbness, the blinders, the veil, and see this new reality coming in. So don't feel foolish if you haven't seen it before. Don't feel foolish that you haven't been able to be further ahead. It's collective. It's not just you. But appreciate every time you catch a fleeting indicator that things are not like they used to be. Keep allowing that to encourage you. And encourage others by talking about those things and normalizing those things. What can we see for the biggest challenge? Soul confidence, reassurance, and source essence. So this is a question of faith and connecting back to source. This is still the biggest challenge. The hermit. This is the monastic journey, the individual pursuit, not being caught up in the kaleidoscope that's happening, or even with our twin. A twin is the most precise exploration of this duality, and even that needs to be second to this. That's the challenge. King of Wands in the reverse for the second time today. So the challenge is this masculine action that's going to be emerging, this God self, realized masculine, the shamanic masculine that's no longer tempted by worldly things, by fallen things, by less than. The masculines are really coming into the emotional connection to source, purpose, divine counterpart, true monogamy, true purified connection. This is the challenge. The masculines are working on where this holy grail intimacy can be found. Again, this is not going to be every masculine. Not all masculines are twin flames. But the true divine masculines are finding this path through connecting to source in hermit mode. They're in their shell to think about the implications of your connection. All eyes on the masculines in a way, but divine feminines, take your eyes off your masculines and focus on your own gifts and talents right now. Focus on your inner divine masculine that advocates and activates and protects you and stabilizes you. First person within you. And that's what magnetizes your masculine external. The more you can let go of the person and become that aspect of yourself within you. I want to get into this a little bit further for the feminines. If there are things that your masculine emulates to you, that you elevate, that you prioritize, that you appreciate, that you're fascinated by or inspired by, include those things in your life, even if your masculine isn't there. So if your masculine has specific taste or aesthetic or work or actions in the world that you wish they were focusing on you or celebrating with you, take cue from that and embody it yourself. Become more of what you see in your masculine, the things you truly appreciate in your masculine. Live that now. Live those things. Include those things. Teach yourself new things. Become more like your masculine. Not in a creepy way, but in a way that says, I appreciate that in someone because I don't have it in me. And if I include it in me, I am more whole because I am seeing something that I actually want, that I am of. So you're already of it if you see it exemplified. And you are not wrong to emulate it by becoming more of it, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And for the masculines, there is this emotional understanding of divine love. It doesn't come in worldly pictures and packages, divine masculines. You can't get the image of what you're looking for. You're seeing an image of what you want, divine masculines, that has to do with sensuality and sexuality and the illusion of that divinity. I'm hearing tantra and temptresses and Jezebel spirit, seduction. It's all smoke and mirrors. Those who know don't talk, and those who talk don't know. Be careful with those smoke and mirrors masculines, because your divine feminines have the galactic, primordial, hot love you're looking for. And sometimes they're not in the container that you thought they would be, and yet the essence of what you're looking for is in these locations with your feminine. So there is a recalibration here. You're in hermit mode right now, connecting to source, so that the things that really turn you on, your true life purpose, your actual counterpart, so that you calibrate to this essence of the eternal, and then you can clear out the confusion with all the kaleidoscope of options out there. This will help you hone into the one, despite any odds or obstacles. You're coming into your own to be qualified to be in this leadership that represents this divine masculine. This is your challenge. You are this ambassador from the higher realms that shows the rest of humanity how to choose based on frequency, based on resonance, not the image of the things trying to emulate that resonance in this dimension, which is all part of the becoming. But for you, you have one counterpart that connects with you on this level. And there are so many distractions and options, but you are becoming somebody that can choose it. What is the solution for this challenge for the masculine and feminine? Duality, contrast, trust, and balance. This is the most precise exploration of duality we can get in this dimension. So keep working the puzzle. Trust the process, everyone. Keep balancing your emotions. Keep coming into non-attachment. We don't have to crave and cling and seek for that which is not desiring us. And so eventually all of the non-mutual energies will be released, and this journey will keep pulling the counterparts into more expanded, enlightened, here's the sun, energies. It will be shown. Everything will be revealed. This is beautiful because in this deck, Awakening to Source is the sun card, and the solution is keep with, focusing on the sun, the consciousness, the enlightenment. Keep desiring to be aware, everybody. Keep following the path of consciousness. Stick with it, but it's not hard work. It's getting easier and easier now because it's its own reward. As we get these aha moments, as we get this revelation of the nature of reality, it becomes more and more evident what is a frequency match for us and what is smoke and mirrors. This is divine feminine, embodied, wifey material, relationship material, true nurture. Home is where the heart is. It keeps bringing us home. It keeps bringing us home. That primordial Om. It is the most powerful force in the universe. And when we have these quantum entanglements, when we manifest a twin flame or a divine love relationship or a perfect match or a emerging perfect match, resonates on that Om frequency. This is my spooky action at a distance quantum entanglement. We're resonating at the same frequency. But we come into the vicinity and then everything else fades away and we come into the merge like that. So we're seeing this process happening as the revelation continues. For everybody involved, it does sort itself. What is the direction of the connection? Perspective, ideals, and beliefs are shifting and karma clearing is happening. We're at the 5 of Wands here, so another cycle of things are changing up. Emotionally, the masculines are making decisions, and in the material realm, the feminines are set to make decisions based on new ideals, perceptions, and beliefs. So the outer world of the feminines is going to be taking different form, and the inner world of the masculines is set to be taking different form. Progress, mindset, perception, beliefs, ideals. This is getting our thoughts in order to go to more equilibrium, more compassionate non-attachment, progress, more grounding. The more whole we become, the deeper into these love connections we can go. Let's get one more card for the collective that has joined me here. Get 2. Surrender and sixth chakra. The third eye chakra supports our inner sight and intuitive abilities. So we are really going through rest period, a personal period of integration and perception, and surrender. The energy of surrender supports us to let go of illusionary control and yield to the flow of love and life. So masculines, you're letting go of the illusionary control that you thought you would have certain things a certain way from your conditioning, your imprinting, the status quo, and now you're seeing you have been handed something extraordinary. The shoes might be too big, but you are on it. You found the scent trail. So let go of the illusionary control and surrender to what you are intuitively being guided, because this is next level stuff, shizzle. Only your connection to source can lead you true. Drop into your heart and feel it. And divine feminines, you are being asked to let go of timing, all of it, and just confirm that this has been an extraordinary journey so far. Surrender more and more to it. Let your third eye, let your intuition continue to affirm the amount of love that you are becoming. And even if you don't understand the how and why, it is the way it is right now. It has brought you to this point of consciousness. So surrender all need to control it and keep trusting the process. Keep looking for the things to be appreciative of, and most of all, acknowledge the amount of love that you have gained so far. Many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.